Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about middle ear. The ear is structurally divided into three parts. The outer part is made up of pinna and external auditory canal. The next one is the middle ear. The final structure of the ear is the inner ear. So, the ear is divided into three parts: outer, middle and inner ear. In this video, we are going to focus mainly on anatomical structure of the middle ear. We will discuss about boundaries, contents, blood supply and nerve supply. Middle ear is also called tympanic cavity. It extends from tympanic membrane to inner ear. The middle ear is formed by tympanic membrane laterally to the lateral wall of the inner ear, and this cavity is also called middle ear cavity or tympanic cavity. The middle ear can be divided into two parts. The first part is tympanic cavity and the second part is epitympanic recess. Earlier I told you about middle ear is divided into two regions. One is tympanic cavity, second one is epitympanic recess. What is epitympanic recess? Epitympanic recess is nothing but a space just above the tympanic cavity. And this epitympanic recess lies adjacent to the mastoid air cells. And the middle ear consists of three important bones. What are those three important bones? First one is malleus, incus and stapes. Out of these three bones, malleus and incus extend upward partially into the epitympanic recess region. These three bones, malleus, incus and stapes, are responsible for transmission of sound vibration from tympanic membrane to the inner ear. Now, let's discuss boundaries of the middle ear. Middle ear is formed by 6 boundaries or walls. What are the 6 walls? Roof, floor, medial wall, lateral wall, anterior wall and posterior wall. Let's see what are the structures that form each boundary of the middle ear. Now let's discuss all the walls one by one. Let's start with roof of the middle ear. The roof of the middle ear is formed by tegmental wall. Why it is called tegmental wall? Because it is formed by tegment tympani. It also forms the roof of the canal for the tensor tympani muscles and tympanic antrum. This roof separates the dura mater from the tympanic cavity, which lies just above the cerebral cortex. Now, floor of middle ear. The floor of middle ear is also called jugular wall. Why it is called jugular wall? Because it is formed by thin layer of bone which separates tympanic cavity from the superior bulb of internal jugular vein. That's the reason the floor of middle ear is called jugular wall. The internal jugular vein and tympanic cavity are separated only by this thin bony plate. Now, the lateral wall of middle ear. The lateral wall of middle ear is also called membranous wall. Why it is called membranous wall? Because it is formed by the tympanic membrane. Superiorly, this lateral wall is formed by lateral bony wall of epitympanic recess. Now we will talk about medial wall of the middle ear. Medial wall of middle ear is also called labyrinthine wall. Why it is called labyrinthine wall? Because it separates the tympanic cavity from the inner ear. It is formed by basal turn of cochlea forms the promontory of this wall. Important structures seen on this medial wall includes round window and oval window. Let's discuss round window and oval window in detail. Let's start with round window. Round window separates the middle ear from the inner ear. This round window is sealed by secondary tympanic membrane. It is also called round window membrane. This membrane vibrates in opposite phase to the vibrations entering into the inner ear through the oval window. This allows the fluid in the cochlea to move. This movement ensures stimulation of the hair cells of the basilar membrane. After round window, now we will discuss about oval window. Oval window is also called membrane covered opening. It leads from middle ear to the vestibule of the inner ear. Vibrations that contact the tympanic membrane are transmitted through the ossicles. This vibration enters the inner ear through the oval window. The vowel window is the junction between middle ear and the inner ear. It directly connected by the stapes. Which part of the stapes? Foot plate of the stapes. Till now we have discussed about roof, floor, lateral wall, medial wall of middle ear. Now let's talk about posterior wall of middle ear. Posterior wall of middle ear is also called mastoid wall. This wall contains the auditus. What is auditus? Auditus is nothing but a opening of mastoid antrum. This auditus connects the tympanic cavity to the mastoid air cells. The canal of the facial nerve descends between the posterior wall and the antrum. It lies medial to the auditus. Above this canal lies the lateral semicircular canal. Below the auditus there is a halo conical projection called the pyramid. This pyramid perforated by the tendon of stapedius muscle. After posterior wall, let's discuss about anterior wall of middle ear cavity. The anterior wall is also called carotid wall. This wall separates the tympanic cavity from the carotid canal. The carotid canal is a passage of the temporal bone. Through this canal, the internal carotid artery enters the middle cranial fossa from the neck. This wall is perforated by tympanic branch of internal carotid artery and deep petrosal nerve. With this, we are done with all 6 boundaries of middle ear cavity. Let's discuss about functions of middle ear. There are 2 primary functions of middle ear. First one is sound transmission, second one is pressure equalization. So, with this, we are done with middle ear. Thank you.